Hey, so today I have the results from Ale Konfliktspel, and let me just take you to them. Here we go. So this is actually one of the tables. Very nice setup, very lovely with the bridges and all. Normally I don't like playing on bridge tables because depending on how you play the river, it can be really annoying. But I mean, isn't it just beautiful? Yeah, sometimes you gotta. Anywho, the event itself was 1100 points. It had 24 order dice cap. There was also some other caps, how many platoons you could take, how many points you could spend on armored platoons. All of that's perfectly fine. It was a 3 games day, and there were 20 participants signed up, and I think only 16 showed up. There was a car of Norwegians going down to Sweden, and they did not arrive or something, which messed up my predictions royally. But anywho, so the result was that Simon won with his 12 order dice Japanese veterans and company commander. His company commander, of course, there to make his veterans go. He had huge units of Japanese veterans, Death Star types. Brilliantly well done, Simon. Normally, I'd say that such a list could not win, but knowing Simon, he is a star player in the Swedish tournament scene. He's also, I believe, he's also the ruling Swedish or previously Swedish champion for Middle Earth, national champion. So he is definitely not a Mr. Nobody. And Johan Reichstig, I'm mispronouncing that Swedish last name. Sorry. 14 order dice German veterans and Death Star. I had not predicted him to be in the top. Patrick did very well with his 14 order dice German MSU mechanized. I had not predicted that. So my predictions were way off here. Frederick B and Frederick N came 4th and 5th. 13 order dice Soviet mechanized and Death Star, and 18 order dice British MSU and Death Star. So a lot of the Death Star builds actually worked in this context. We'll see if that, carries over to other tournaments, but right now in this tournament it actually did work. We have 3 Death Stars in the top, and we have 1 very unusual Japanese list as well. So very, very not what I had predicted. I had predicted that Joel, Jeremy and Jonas would possibly be among the top 5, and then Lars and Martin dropped, which was a pity. I had staked a bit of a bet on those 2 guys, but Jeremy, Jonas, and Joel all came middle of the pack, which I may not actually know anything. So the main takeaway is that I still, especially perhaps in 3 games with a pack that's slightly unusual, I may not be very accurate, and especially not if I look more or less only look at lists. I based my predictions only on lists for this. I should have factored in the players. Simon is really a beast. He is a Swedish star player. But, I didn't factor that in, and I thought that perhaps his list was, something casual that he didn't want to perform with. Maybe just he wanted to have fun and relax. It wasn't. He had a plan, and it was a plan that was unseen. And I think we're seeing that crop up a little bit with Japanese players, that there is a certain type of build where you max out on large units of veterans, possibly supported by inexperienced dudes, possibly with a company commander, and then you try to win by simply overwhelming your opponent in veterans. So veteran Japanese may actually work if you're good. And Death Stars may also work if you have the right combination of factors. In this case, there was only a limited amount of points that could be spent on armor, which meant that a lot of people didn't have that much armor in their lists, so a Death Star might actually dominate as it's supposed to. So that also happened. So, my thanks to Patrick who sent me a lot of this stuff, the results and the links for the lists and everything. Thank you so much, and to everyone who attended in Bohus, good on you. It seemed like a fun event. I was very sad again that I didn't get to go this time, but only so much time that I can spend abroad. Anywho, that's it for me today. I will see you next time. Cheers.